now we're going to do some food and wine pairing. In fact, I've got started with the wine already. And to help us out, we have Chef Jon Sodini and his associate, Arbel Mosqueda. And it's good to have you both with us. By the way, I should point out, I know you're a modest guy, but you have cooked for a couple of presidents, right?
Yeah, I've cooked for President Barack Obama while he was in office.
I remember him.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
President of Kenya.
Yeah, wow.
And vice president a few times, Al Gore.
Wow. So cooking for a wine geek red man shouldn't be a challenge at all then, right?
No, it's fun.
Now, let's start with the wine because
Sure.
apparently you have chosen foods to pair with this bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, this Encanto Sauvignon Blanc. After tasting the wine, what was it that gave you a clue as to what foods you might want to prepare with it?
Well, there's really good minerality to the wine, so I knew that right there I needed to get something out of the ocean, maybe a shellfish or an octopus, if you will. There's also some really nice lemon oils kind of flavor, so I want to preserve some of our lemons to kind of pair with that.
Right.
There's a lot really going on with the wine. It's very bright, it's very crisp, it's very refreshing, and great minerals. So it's a lot of fun to pair with.
Okay, well let's get started with the cooking here.
Great.
So see what we come up with.
So we braised first this octopus.
Yes.
In order to tenderize it. There's two schools of thought when it comes to octopus. You either cook it raw, fresh, and hope for the best,
Right.
or you braise it first to tenderize it, then you cook it. Right there in the middle, it's chewy like chewing gum.
And this is going to give us what kind of flavor from this octopus?
Well, this is going to give us a really nice umami flavor, which is the perfect balance of all flavors, which I think will really go well with the minerality of the wine.
So very often we talk about wine as a specific wine as being a versatile wine that'll go with a wide range of foods, but you're saying that the flavor of this octopus can pair with a couple of different wines, right?
Absolutely. You can either take it red or you can take it white. I prefer mine with Sauvignon Blanc or an assertive Chardonnay, but I've definitely paired them with some Pinot Noir and even Zinfandel and Grenache.
When you first tasted this particular Sauvignon Blanc, the Encanto, how would you describe the way it impressed your palate?
At first, I'm not a huge Sauvignon Blanc guy. I find them to be a tad too grassy, sometimes a little oily, sometimes just a bit too assertive.
Yeah.
And this was very refreshing and bright, and the minerality to it it's really sublime and it lingers. And so I thought that'd be kind of fun to play off that whole mouthfeel.
Got it, got it. Now, what are the other food items here that you're eventually going to add?
Sure. As soon as I get these nice and seared off, I have a couple different nectarines, two different varieties, one yellow, one white. I thought that this would help round out the whole body and the mouthfeel and the aftertaste of the Sauvignon Blanc and kind of bind it together with the charred octopus.
I can see how that would go well with the Sauvignon Blanc. Flavors that are complementary.
Yeah, absolutely. It's if you just put octopus by itself, it might go a little flat. Especially with this wine, it's very bright, it's very assertive. It's lovely.
Now, for most of the dinners you cook, do you start with what the food items will be on the menu and then determine what wine to serve, or do you start with the wine sometimes and then determine what foods will pair best with the wine? For me, it's always taste the wine first. Yeah.
I want to make a very custom pairing exactly with the wine. I don't want to force a wine to go with my food. That's not fair.
Right.
The wine is the star.
Yeah.
And we want to definitely accent it and showcase it the best we can. A lot of chefs just say, oh, it's Sauvignon Blanc, so I'm going to pair it with this. And they go down their little list of what pairs. And that's not how I like to do it. I like to taste the wine, get a feel, and go off the emotion of what I'm feeling, and just kind of go off the different balances. I want some things to contrast and be the opposite, to sharpen that more. And other things I want to bring a balance and bring it out more and be the same similar flavors.
Don't you think people, when preparing food at home, should follow those principles also? Don't follow a rigid set of guidelines, but experiment. Find out what food you like with the wines you like.
Yeah, exactly. You got to find out what you like. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you go out to Napa and you do a little bit of wine tasting. You can take notes as you go and think, man, this would be great with this.
Yeah.
Plan a whole night around it. To me, that's the best date night in the world.
That sounds pretty good to me. Do you like to cook with wine? Do you ever do that?
Absolutely. A lot of the dishes we're having here today actually have quite a bit of wine in it. Different varieties that go with it. But I like to cook with wine using it as a substance, and I like to cook while drinking wine.
Yeah.
So
goes
hand in hand. Goes hand in hand.
So while the food is cooking,
yes,
let's get back to when you cooked for President Obama.
Sure.
What did you prepare for him?
So we made a filet mignon, some beef tenderloin with a heirloom lentils, some Bloomsdale spinach, some grilled spring onions, and some broccolini, and a green garlic chimichurri.
Wow. Do you remember what wine was served with that?
You know, he had tea. They weren't having wine at lunch. It was a big.
Got it.
yeah,
Got it. So how did he like the food?
he cleared his plate. He cleared his plate. I have it right now. It's hanging on the wall in my office.
Wow. Did you feel any pressure cooking for the president?
It was the single most terrifying experience of my life. But it was wonderful at the same time. You know, his whole staff was great. His personal chef was a rock star. So it was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. It was really cool.
So the octopus is now coming off the grill.
Yeah. So we just put a nice char in it, nice sear, and then we're going to go ahead and slice it to make it a little bit easier to eat.
Ah, okay.
Mind you, it's very hot coming off the grill. So if you haven't burned away your fingertips like I have, you can feel free to use the tongs to hold on to the octopus.
But by the time it gets to the plate, it will have cooled down.
It'll cool down a bit, yeah. This dish is going to be a little more ambient, not hot.
Exactly, right.
Great for a late summer day.
And with the fruit going on there now, how long will that stay on the grill?
Pretty quick. It gets really hard sear really fast.
Yeah.
What we have here is some pea shoots.
Okay.
These are the little tendrils that come off the baby pea plants.
Right.
And they kind of bring out that green, the wonderful green grassy flavor, the chlorophyll, if you will, from the Sauvignon Blanc. We put some really nice Arbequina olive oil from the Napa Valley. And these right here is preserved Meyer lemons that I did earlier this year.
A colorful presentation is important because we begin our gastronomic experience with the visual appeal.
We eat with our eyes before our mouth, right?
We do indeed.
So, as these come off too, I want to go ahead and hit these with a little bit of olive oil as well.
Wow.
A little bit of fleur de sel.
Never too much olive oil. Yeah.
No, it's good stuff.
Yeah, a little sea salt.
A little more
Meyer lemon. Yeah.
Okay. So, keep that a little off center because nothing in this world is perfectly symmetrical.
Right.
And some good pieces of the meaty stuff. Some of the arms to kind of stick out, remind you are eating octopus.
Looks great. You ever eat while you're cooking and plating?
You have to taste everything you do.
Of course.
Every single thing you make, you have to taste.
Yeah.
You have to keep your rims clean too.
That's true.
All right, so go hit it with a little bit of green.
Yeah, more green.
More green to get up more of that light grassy flavor in there.
And what are we adding now?
And this is some steelhead roe that's cured locally in Slow House.
And what kind of flavor does that have? Is it a bit salty?
It's salty. It's going to give you that briny, shellfishy flavor without the shellfish. And there we go. That is our first dish.
Looks great. Very inviting. What are we preparing this time? Duck?
Right now we have a vanilla brine duck breast. We're serving that with some young tender fennel that we've also grilled. And we're pairing that with a Pinot Noir.
Yes, we are indeed. And tell me why that's a good pairing with Pinot Noir.
You know, especially this Pinot Noir. This Pinot Noir is very lovely. It's very velvety. It has good acidity to it. It's a really nice food wine with a good medium body. And so when I tasted it, I instantly got blackberries and I duck. I mean, I love duck and Pinot, so I'm always looking for that. At the same time, I think the acidity with the rich duck really goes nicely with each other. We brine the duck breast in a little bit of vanilla beans to help round out the oak on the Pinot Noir as well.
Interesting.
And then we made a lavender vincato because there's a hint of lavender at the end of the wine on the finish that I thought was really interesting, and I kind of wanted to bring that out more as well.
And what else have you grilled over there?
Oh, this is some young fennel, young tender
young
fennel.
Yes, yes.
So,
you mentioned a blackberry aspect to the wine, and you actually have some blackberries here.
Yeah, you know, I just wanted to let people know, hey, there's blackberries in here.
Yeah.
Give it a try. Bring it all together.
Right.
The fennel, of course. You know, I think every winery the winemaker has a signature to their wine. And I think a lot of these wines have like a little bit of fennel or anise just at the very end.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting. So I want to kind of pay homage to that.
Now, how long does this preparation take?
You know, the brining takes one whole day exactly. And the searing is really quick. The searing is a few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes.
That's amazing. And obviously the searing of the fennel is like no time at all.
Oh, no, it's all really quick.
Yeah.
It's all about just marinating it and getting it ready to go, and cutting it in easily grilled portions. So I like my duck breast very rare.
Right.
You could always go a little further if you like.
All right, well, you can go a little further on the one that you prepare for me later. But this looks great.
You gotta
I
try
love
it like this, though.
The visual appeal of this, amazing.
Yeah, you know, it's...
And once again, we begin the eating process with our eyes and then our noses.
Exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and put
Here
a
come the
little bit
blackberries.
of, but you can't just put blackberries by themselves.
Ah.
So we're gonna use some of that lovely duck fat that comes off
Ah, of course, right. I see our friendly little bees here love
it.
the
Yeah, you know, he's really a
blackberries and
fan
the duck too,
of
yeah.
what we're doing, so
Yeah.
it's nice to see.
Oh,
It's
maybe
nice to
they'll pick
feel.
up some tips as they buzz around the plate there.
Exactly. And then let's go ahead and finish it with a little bit of vincotto.
Oh, yeah.
This is a reduction of wine, a little bit of vinegar,
Wow.
herbs,
That looks
and
great.
fruit. Now they're really excited. Look at them go.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. And what do you call this dish? Does it have a name?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're called Encanto Pinot Noir Duck Breast.
There you go. Encanto Vineyards duck breast.